Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skelemistic. I am here where it all started, in front of Merle Ambrose's office, to bring you the tips and tricks that you need to become a prodigious wizard. That's a max level wizard now, in 1 week or less. Now, I know I've heard a lot of you here in the comments saying, I wish I was a max, or I wish this or that or the other wasn't so hard, or I wish this could be done, or I wish that could be done to get me to max, or any number of things along that theme. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about those things that you need to do to get that max level wizard. And the first of them, and most importantly, is, guys, honestly, this video is about maxing. You either need to have a membership or you need to have crowns to get the areas. You really do. As much as I hate to say it, King's Isle has some free play, sure, but they're not going to give you the game no matter what for free. Not the entire game. They're not going to do it. I mean, it's a business. They're going to do it that way. So you really have to have a membership or crowns to max out. You do. All right, now that being said, the next thing that you really need to have that will help you do this as fast as really possible is you need to have yourself some friends. Either some max friends or at least some high-level friends. There's a few groups around here who sort of specialize in helping out newer players. Now, I know there's not very many of them. I know you guys have been in the comments before and asked for help and people won't help you. I know that. But you've got to look around to the others, like the social media sites, say Facebook and Twitter and whatnot like that, because there are people out there who will help you to do this. You need to get yourself some high-level friends. If not maxes, then at least very nearly max high-level friends. The reason you're going to do this is you're going to have a couple of them go with you, because they're going to, at the lower levels, they're going to be able to go slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and you're going to finish that fight like toot sweet and go on to the next one. You also need to have one of those friends at the quest giver. The reason for this being, King's Isle is notorious for giving you 4 and 5 and 6 quests at the same quest giver, where all you end up doing is walking around and beating up on a few bad guys and then come back to the same quest giver and walk around with a few bad guys and come back. Another thing that you need to do is either have a mount or one of your friends to have a multi-mount, that kind of thing. One of the biggest hindrances and one of the biggest things that takes time in this game is the aforementioned quest giver problem and the travel time that's associated with it. You will spend more time running back and forth to get 1 carrot or 1 diamond or 1 bent penny or something along those lines than you thought possible. I think that if you actually measure the time out, you probably spend more time running back and forth to quest givers than you actually do fighting battles. So it's very important that one of those friends, even if they're just spinning and making themselves an available teleport post for you, stay near that quest giver until you're done with that area and you can move on. Because you're going to finish your fight and you're going to immediately teleport to them and turn it in. Instead of running 5 miles or getting on your mountain, walking 5 miles or whatever. Any of those ways. If you can possibly teleport, do it. That's going to cut loads of time off your questing. Loads of time. Another thing that you'll want to do, and this is kind of important too, is whenever you start out questing for the day or for that time or for that hour or what have you, make sure your potions are full. Every battle, if you don't happen to have a healer as one of your friends, every battle is going to cost you health or cost you mana. And if you go around running for wisps after the battle, it's going to take you time. I mean, for mana wisp, for most of the time, you have to go back to the main home area of that world to get mana anyway. So it's not really worth it. Keep your potions full. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, however many potion bottles you have, keep them full whenever you start out questing for the day, and only come back here whenever you've just popped your last one and you're totally out of potions. You're going to need some more. Alright, now along that same vein, as far as the potions go, you're not going to have to teleport to different places because you're going to have your friends that you're teleporting to. So put your teleporter marker, in case you happen to be a new to questing or a new wizard, put your teleporter marker up here by the potion maker. Because that way, whenever you finish a battle and you're on your last potion, you can pop right back over here to Hilda Brewer. You can fill back up your potions and then pop right back to your friend and take no time whatsoever, and have spent no time fooling with those wisps to get health or mana. Which is always a good thing, because you will spend a lot of time doing that, especially at the lower levels whenever you're not really ready for this stuff. As much as possible, stay mounted. Don't get off and walk anywhere if you don't have to. You walk slower than you ride. It's just that's a fact of natural life. So if you can be mounted, be mounted. As a matter of fact, these friends are going with you. If you group up, it's a lot easier. You know, you'll hop on the mount with them if you have a multi-mount, whatever like that. But if you run out of contact or out of eye shot with them, you're in group chat and you can just talk to them right away. Hey, I've lost, or you ran too far ahead, or what have you. So make sure you've got that group chat on, as well as, if you can mass mount, do that. That's always a good thing. Let's see. Another one. This is an important one too. You're going to be making some gold from this questing. Maybe not a ton, but you're going to be making some gold. A lot of times, and this is the way of the thing, when you're in these battles, you won't get the drops that you want, or the best drops that are good for you as far as your school goes. I would say every 5 levels or so, no more than every 10 levels, come back here, especially in the earlier ones under level 50, and re-gear out of the bazaar with the best gear that you can buy to keep you going. Because the more health you have, the more gear you have, the more health you have. The more gear you have, the better your attacks are going to be. The faster you're going to finish your fights. The faster you're going to be out of there, and the closer you're going to be to your max level wizard. So keep your gear as up to snuff as you can. Now, this is the last one of the tips, but it's really a good one as far as I'm concerned, and I've really tested this out. Some people might not agree with me on it, but I feel it's a flat truth. Whenever you're questing up to me max level, do not fool with the side quests. I know it's going to seem like that you're getting things done faster and that you're bigger and buffer when you come to an area, but you don't need to be bigger and buffer, because you're going to have those high level friends with you. Okay? All you need to do is be buff enough to stay alive during the fight. You know, maybe throw some hits in there, do whatever you need to do, and stay alive. Those side quests, sure, they'll give you extra experience early on in the long run, but they'll take you longer. The point of this whole thing is to get up to a max. And when you get up, the farther you get up, the more experience you start getting for each thing that you do. Don't mess with those side quests. Just work straight on the main quest line, go where they tell you to, and ignore, just for now, all those little arrows and exclamation marks and little dudes jumping up and down, waving their hands, and all that stuff that they do. Ignore all those side quests. Go right for the straight through for the main quest line and get that done. Alright? Guys, that is every tip that I can think of off the top of my head to make it faster to quest for you. If you do all these things and you have the crowns or membership, you should be able to make Prodigious in, and if this is, by the way, if you're like grinding this all day, say you're home on school vacation or what have you, if you grind this all day long, you should be able to do it in about 5 days. So you could be a brand new, just started out, are you a boy or a girl wizard, into a Prodigious wizard who just beat Rasputin in about 5 days. Alright guys, I really hope this helped you out. And if it did, please smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. Until then, this is Skellimystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, what's up gamers? This is Skellimystic. I am here today in Willow Haven, and behind me is a massive, monstrous mountain of presents. Because what I'm going to do is give you the details for the Ring of the New giveaway that you've all been waiting for this whole month. Now, I want to say something first before we talk about the details of the giveaway. And that